When I started my current profession in the home-based business industry, it took me 3.5 months to get my first flip-in paycheck, and it was only for $29. How's that for some honesty for you? Everybody pumping up their home business opportunities. You got to come in and make money. 3.5 months, nada. Then finally $29. It took me a little bit over 2 years, just barely over 2 years, until I was actually matching what I was making at my last job. The average person cannot handle that kind of pressure and will quit. The average person is dead or dead broke before the age of 65 years old, depending on the federal government, friends, and family as the main source of their income. The average person actually thinks that I'm talking about money right now, when in reality, I'm talking about freedom and the ability to be able to give and contribute more to a planet that is dying of chronic disease and chronic debt and stress that is up to here or greater. I'm talking about a population where 8 out of 10 people die of lifestyle choices. That's horrible. So, here's my call to action for you if you're interested. And if you don't want to be an average thinking and average doing person that lives an average lifestyle that is really toxic, find out what most people are doing, what most people are thinking. Do the exact opposite. In fact, I would say run as fast as you can the opposite direction. Here's something that average people would think and say about what I've just said, about the truth that I've just given you about my personal experience anyway in the home business industry. And that is, that's a scam, that's a pyramid scheme. You didn't even get paid for 3.5 months and it was $29. That rib off. A couple years to match what you were making at your last job. I could just get a job and start making that like tomorrow. That's what average people think, and that's what they speak. And you already know the consequences of average. Let me share something with you. Working a couple of years to retire richer than I was when I was working is the speed of light compared to working 40 years at a job to retire poorer than you were when you were working. Which one's really the scam? Which one's really the pyramid scheme? You know what the real pyramid scheme is when you're in a company where you have to get in at a certain level at a certain time, and there's just, one or two or a small group of people at the very top making the bulk of the money, and then as you go down, everybody else just gets the scraps and gets screwed. That is exactly every job at every company. It's the job that you have at the company that you work for. A few guys making all the money up here and squat down here, and you're earning squat, and you're defending that if you're average. I want to share something else with you. If you have been guilty of thinking average, I did too for a very long time, and that is back when I was dying inside and I was broke and all these other things. I didn't have freedom and I couldn't even be charitable because I had nothing to be charitable with. You can draw a line in the sand at any time. I'm not calling anybody out like they're average because I think I'm better than them. It's not about being better or worse than anybody, it's just different. And you have to carve out your own path. But hopefully along the way, you're going to open your brain to some rich and creative thinking so that you can be a richly free person with more options and more happiness and a greater ability to give back more and contribute more to a planet that is dying right now. Wouldn't that be great? Doesn't that sound like more fun than defending maybe where you're currently at if you're not in the greatest place? So stop defending those things and open your brain to a rich and creative mindset. Start questioning the status quo. And once in a while, you really have to forget what you think you know and instead look at your results and let that teach you. And that takes humility. And what do they say? They say the humble shall be lifted up and the prideful will be torn down. And in this case, I think the prideful just gets worse every year. So don't be average unless you want to be, but who wants that? If you would like to know about what I am doing, then privately connect with me and I'll share it with you. I've got a video that I made. If you like it, you can do it. And if it looks dumb or if it's just not your thing, then keep searching for the thing that is, and that's a good thing too. So just don't stay with the mediocre. Don't stay with the average. It's so spirit killing until it takes your life physically. It's so spirit killing to just be average when the bar for average is so low. It's not a place that is any good to be, period. I will hear from quite a few of you real soon, I'm sure. Feel free to also dig around, find out about me, and even question me. Question me. I'd rather raise you up to be free-thinking people, not depend on me or anybody. So question me if you'd like. Research me. Fireyourboss.xyz, not .com, .xyz. Fireyourboss.xyz. And I'll hear from quite a few of you real soon. Take care. Bye for now.